Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Getting set here for game two between ICC and Meridian. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for game two here between ICC and Meridian. That's that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch coming your way at 3:33. That's a 3:33 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here between ICC and Meridian in game two. That pitch in there for a strike. And 0-2 is the count. We'll try to get you the starting lineups here in a moment as quickly as we can, as we got these last second with the sophomore day stuff going on. Is that pitch missing outside for a ball? This is Turner starting things off here for Meridian. She'll be playing in right field, so it looks like it'll be Turner and then Buckley up after her. As that one missing for a ball, 2-2 now is the count. Of course, we'll be filling out our lineup cards as we go. Buckley is catching here in game two, and then it'll be Lofton in that third spot. And it's Lily in the circle here for ICC as that pitch fouled off, and we'll sit at 2-2. Adam Gore, Michael Upton bring you this action here. ICC won the first one 3-1 on a two-run home run in the bottom of the sixth by Camden Taylor. As we wait the 2-2 pitch here, there's a grounder. Third baseman came up for it. Shortstop got it, though, and zips it across in time for the out.
Nice play there by Duhan to pick up that ball after Taylor couldn't grab it. Fires it over to Stegall at first base.
That's actually a new shortstop. That is going to be
that's
Porter.
Right. I forget game two.
So
game
Porter,
two.
Porter gets that one. But you are typically right. It is typically Duhan, and kind of built the same way as her and Porter. Two different personalities, though. And so now with one out, nobody on, this will bring Buckley to the plate. Swings on the first pitch she sees, pops it up, and there's Duhan. She will reel in out number two. So we will give you those lineups here in the exchange of innings, as we said, like we did in game one. And this is Lofton, the first baseman, coming to the plate. Sophomore day, had a chance to recognize those sophomores in between games, and we want to wish them the best of luck, not only on softball, but in life going forward. Is that pitch in there for a strike? As we said, one of the major drawbacks, and I think you talk to anybody that works in the junior college system, is the fact you only get really good kids for only 2 years. Is that pitch missing outside for a ball?
Yeah, that's true both athletically and academically. You get to know some of these young folks as they come in. They're leaders in the classroom and in the community, and then they're off to their next pursuit before you realize it.
1-1 pitch, and it's outside. 2-1 now is the count. This is Ella Lilly in the circle for ICC. We'll give you some numbers on her later in the contest. And there's strike two. I thought it was strike three for a second, the way he pulled the string on it there. So he confused us both. But 2-2 now is the count either way. As Lofton getting set. Swings on this one, pops it up, and it will get out of play. And we'll stay at 2-2. Lofton playing first base.
She was 0 for 2 in game one this afternoon. The pair of strikeouts. She did walk and was left stranded in the first inning of that previous game.
And again, trying to get my roster put together here. We'll wait the 2-2 pitch here from Lily. It's on its way, and it's a grounder right back up the middle. Lily finds it, tosses it over for the out. I tell you what, she's had a couple of those plays over the last few weeks where she has really done a great job of defending her position. That time to get a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Indians. Well, Michael, do you have your card made out?
Yes, Sue. I'm ready to go.
All right, you go ahead. Let's start with Meridian as they now come in with a 21-31 record, 6-19 in conference play.
So leading off this inning for the Meridian Eagles was Riley Turner, the right fielder. She was followed by Hannah Buckley, the catcher, and Allie Lofton playing first base. When they come back around to bat, the fourth batter will be Dakota Hainsworth, who pitched Game 1. She's a designated player in Game 2. She'll be followed by Reagan King at third base. Batting sixth is Paige Berry, the left fielder. Batting seventh is Arlie McClellan in center field. Batting eighth is Lainey Briggs, the shortstop, and batting ninth is Sydney Coleman at second base. The flex player for Meridian this game, number 25, Hannah Capello. She will be your pitcher.
That is your starting lineup for Meridian. And now the starting lineup for Game 2 for ICC. ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination, and Coach Owens hopes he's got that same winning combination put together here in Game 2.
Leading off for the Indians will be your center fielder, Lakin Nichols. She'll be followed by your left fielder, Joy McKnight. Batting third will be A.B. Marlar in the designated player position in this game. Batting fourth is going to be Maddie Porter, and as we said, she shifted from catcher to shortstop for this game. Batting fifth, Camden Taylor, who at third base and had that big game-winning home run in Game 1. Batting sixth, Sadie Stegall, who's playing at first base. Batting seventh is Ella Duhan, who shifted over to second base. Taylor Graham is in right field, is batting eighth. And then batting ninth is going to be Zoe Goodman catching. Your pitcher for this game, as we've mentioned, in the flex position, Ella Lilly.
And that is your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups, machine gun style, as we used to call it back in television, when you had so much information, you just had to rattle it off there and hope everyone was able to keep up. As we move now to the bottom of the first inning, no score here between ICC and Meridian, as Nichols will start us off, and she'll take that first pitch, I believe, called a strike. Well, it's been an adventurous day for the crew in blue, both the coaches from Meridian and ICC, the fans, and even the play-by-play crew have kind of gotten after them this afternoon. As it's going to be a grounder over to third, and Time will step on the bag for out number one. Kind of got to make sure you hustle down there. As I like the hustle out of Lakeland that time to try to beat her down, and first baseman, she didn't have a step or two or start over. Lakeland might have snuck in behind her there.
Yeah, her speed is something to be reckoned with.
So now with one out, this will be McKnight coming to the plate here for the Indians. We'll talk about our Bank Okolona keys to victory here in a moment. Or we'll go ahead and talk about it now as ball, I guess. I don't know. But, Michael, it's always tough. You got the ceremonies of sophomore day. You want to spend time with your family, your friends. There's a swing and a miss for a strike. Always tough to get refocused if you're the home team on a sophomore day.
Yeah, true. And on top of that, you won an emotional game. It wasn't a walk-off home run, but a sixth-inning home run that breaks the tie open, and a good emotional victory there. And the time spent with family as well.
No, just slices foul.
So as you mentioned, that will be key for ICC to focus back in, lock in, and get ready for Game 2 here. Also want to play clean. We've seen that these Meridian Eagles, they're tough. We played a close game, so keeping things clean in the infield, backing up Lily and her pitching performance and on the defensive side is going to be big for ICC as well.
And that's a Keys to Victory brought to you by Bank Okolona. They got locations all throughout North Mississippi, as nearly hits the batter and the umpire. So that'll go for a ball. They've got locations serving you in Okolona, Houston, Manatee, Bruce, Tupelo, and their newest branch, proudly serving Aberdeen and the surrounding areas as Bank Okolona, member FDIC. 1-2 now is the count here to McKnight. Swings on that one, fouls it back off the netting, and we'll sit at 1-2 once again. Good to see former ICC pitcher Carly Mills. She's married. I don't know her new last name now.
Correct.
But she's out supporting her former player, A.B. Marlar, this afternoon. As this one popped up, left fielder will jog over and make the play for out number 2. Renaissance Bank scoreboard update there in the top of the 7th down in Meridian. Of course, that game's scheduled for 9 innings. ICC trailing Meridian 2-0 there in Game 1 in Meridian. And now, speaking of Marlar, she will dig in with 2 outs and nobody on here for the Indians. Swings on the first pitch she sees, pops it up. It will get off the netting, and that'll go for strike 1.
She got on base twice in game 1, had an RBI single in the first, and was hit by a pitch in the 6th. Had a pinch runner brought in for her who eventually came around to score, so she was responsible for a couple of the runs in game 1.
So 0-1 is the count here to Marlar. Waiting this pitch. And off-speed swing and a miss way ahead of that one. I tell you what, the off-speed pitches today have worked well for this pitching staff from Meridian.
Yeah, they use them selectively, and they've timed them out at good times to catch the ICC bats unprepared.
So 0-2 now is the count. That one falls off the table a bit too soon. 1-2 now goes the count here to the DP Marlar. So Marlar are waiting the pitch here from Capello. Fouls this one back, and we'll sit at 1-2 once again.
Good job to go up and get a piece of that one and foul it off. Don't let the umpire make the decision for you, as that's just a dangerous thing to do today.
It has been. So 1-2 now is the count. Marlar turns on that one but pulls it foul, and we'll sit at 1-2 once again.
Got that bat around quick on that one. Unfortunately, just pulls it off into the foul territory behind the visitor dugout.
So we'll sit at 1-2 with 2 outs. Nobody on here in the bottom of the first. Game 2 between ICC and Meridian here. The regular season finale for ICC, and almost certain it is for Meridian as well. As Marlar fouls that one off, and we'll stay at 1-2 once again. So AB trying to find a way to win this battle here. She's fouled off a handful of pitches here in this at-bat. Capello trying to get a 3-up, 3-down inning. And she does. Swing and a miss. They'll have to throw it down to complete the out, and they will. So Marlar will be a strikeout victim to end the inning there. So both teams go 3-up, 3-down in the first. We'll take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we now head to the top of the second inning. ICC and Meridian scoreless here through 1. But we're playing catch-up on trying to get up all the lineups and everything corrected during that first inning. Now we can focus on our stats for our pitchers. Michael, let's take a look at some stats here on ICC starting pitcher Ella Lilly.
All right.
That first pitch going to miss low for a ball.
Lily is a freshman from Pontotoc, Mississippi, North Pontotoc High School. Comes in today with a 4.41 ERA, 6 wins and 11 losses in 22 appearances.
Pitch high, ball 2.
She's given up 87 runs this year. 63 of those have been earned. She's walked 22, but she struck out 39.
Those stats being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, helping you get back in the game. That pitch inside for a 3-0 count now, so a nice job by Hainsworth, who was the pitcher of record in Game 1. Or was she? No, she was not. She got a no decision. No, she did. She was the pitcher of record in Game 1. She would be the record,
yeah.
And that pitch in there for a strike. And so she will lead us off here. She's the DP in Game 2.
She was 0 for 3 at the plate in the first game with a strikeout and then fouled out into foul territory, once to left and once to right.
That pitch foul back. Now the count will go full at 3-2, so a nice job by Lily battling back here to force the count full after falling behind 3-0. So waiting the 3-2 offering here from Lily to Hainsworth. This one popped up, a flare out to left field. Left fielder will drift over, make the play a few steps inside fair territory for out number 1. Nice job there by Ella to come back and get that fly out.
Yes, when you're behind 3-0, and it's a pitcher who should be, in theory, able to look more selectively at pitches that they want to swing for. It's a good effort there by Lily to come back, and especially with it being a leadoff batter, don't want to let them on base.
This will be King coming to the plate with 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the 2nd. Swings on the first pitch he sees and will drop in foul territory as nobody could really get to that one that time, as it was kind of hitting no man's land. The umpire did the best he could to kind of scramble out of the way. He kind of picked the ball up a little bit late there.
He had the best opportunity to make a play had he wanted to.
And so that'll go for a strike.
King was the designated player in game 1. She's in defensively at third base in this game.
So 0-1 is the count. There is 1 out. Off-speed pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Nice changeup.
She was 0 for 3 in that first game. A strikeout, a line out to right, and a fly out to center.
So 0-2 now is the count here to King. That pitch outside for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss. Couldn't get her to chase one. Now the count will go 1-2. And Dr. Allen stopped by today. Of course, you know he always wants to be involved in everything he can here at the college, and was able to be a part of sophomore day. As this one is going to be a flare out to right field. Right fielder's going to go back and can't find it over the head, and that's going to go for a double. That's a ball that just floated that time, and Graham just didn't get a good jump or a good read off the bat.
Yeah, it carried further than she expected, as she made a slicing effort to go at an angle toward it, but it still went over the other shoulder.
And so with 1 out and a runner at second now, this will bring Barry to the plate.
Number 24, Paige Berry.
Barry will be in left field here in game 2. She'll dig in with 1 out and a runner at second. Meridian trying to strike first here. That pitch called a ball.
Our first time to see Barry at the plate today. She's a .278 batter on the season. She's got 24 hits, 12 RBI.
Swing and a miss. 1-1 now is the count. Barry batting in that 6th spot. Working with a 1-1 count, 1 out and a runner at second. Here in the top of the 2nd, game 2. And that one called a strike. That
could have been a little bit low. I understand the Meridian fans that are here
not liking that one.
Not at all.
So 1-2 now is the count. And that one up high for a ball, 2-2. The count now to Barry. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. First of the game for Lily. 2nd out of the inning. That's a big strikeout there.
It is. When you got that runner on second with 1 out, you really worry about them being advanced over. So now with 2 outs, you can focus on McClellan, the center fielder.
This one hit hard, hit deep, over to left field, and it's going to be off the top of the wall. And that will drive in a run, and that'll be a double off the bat of McKellen. So big-time clutch hit there, an RBI double, trading places with King. And Meridian takes their first lead of the day, 1-0.
Yeah, saw a lot of speed out of McClellan there, too, because she was at second almost before McKnight could get that ball up off the ground and throw it in.
Second time the ICC outfielders have just not get a good jump off the ball. I don't know if she would have made a play off that one. As we said, it was off the yellow tubing or just below it. As he called that one a strike. My goodness. This umpire likes them low. And when I say low, I'm talking about shins low. And that one popped up and hit him. Runner will advance on the wild pitch. So now there's a runner at third. Heads up play there by McKellen to get over there to third in that situation. So now Briggs, a chance for an RBI here with 2 outs in the inning. And called that one a ball. So he's got the same bark, I guess, or cadence, same level, whether it be a ball or a strike. So you kind of have to wait on those borderline pitches as that one fouled off.
Briggs was 0 for 3 in game 1. She 1 for 3. She did have a hit, but then was thrown out trying to advance to second on the same play.
So now the count goes 2-2. Lily looking for the exit. Eagles looking for a hit here. This one, center fielder will go back and will step underneath it and get the out. But it was a pair of doubles, one off the bat of King and another by McKellen. And that gives the Eagles the 1-0 lead here as we head to the bottom of the second. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
At Little Caesars, get a large 2-topping pizza for only $5.99 when you order online. Wait, did I just say $5.99? Get out of here. This pizza's only $5.99? No way. This is $5.99? You're joshing me. You're saying this pizza perfection is only $5.99? Well, you're crazy for this. Hey, pirate, get your hook off my $5.99 pizza. Choose a large 2-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $5.99 when you order online. Only $5.99? What?
Pizza, pizza.
Get ready for an action-packed summer at Itawamba Community College. From slam dunks to show tunes, ICC has a camp for everyone. Dive into athletics like baseball, basketball, football, soccer, softball, volleyball, and even band camp. Or explore your creative side with drama camp. Want something hands-on? Check out our advanced manufacturing camps for students and teachers. Spots are filling up fast. Sign up now at letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a full list of our summer camps here at Itawamba Community College. Welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Meridian with the lead here in game 2 after doubles by King and McKellen. McKellen nearly put it out of the ballpark.
Maddie Porter.
And then ICC got out of the jam with a fly ball out to center field to leave a runner stranded at third. So now it'll be Porter, Taylor, and Stegall scheduled up here for the Indians in the bottom of the second. ICC see if they can rally to tie this one up here. Wow, that pitch missing outside, he said. 0-1 is the count. Or 1-0. 1-0 is the count, excuse me.
Porter, the shortstop in this contest, caught game 1.
Looking to see if she can heat her bat up here in game 2 as he turns in and takes that one for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, looking for her first hit of the day. She did have a sacrifice bunt, moved a runner over. It was part of that 2-run inning of the 6th inning for ICC.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here. That pitch up high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. Well, Dr. Allen asked us in between the games how tennis was doing, and I'll be honest with you, forgot they were playing today in that consolation round of the Region 23 tournament. And last we looked, it was ICC leading Northwest 2-1, and they were sitting pretty good in all their singles matches, Michael.
They were. They won 2 out of the 3 doubles matches. Their 1 and 2 teams won their double matches, and every ICC player 1 through 6 was leading when we checked there in the break. I'll try to watch that throughout the day for us.
And that's going to be a ball, so Porter will walk, and that will just add to her record. She has already set the record for most walks in a single season. As I believe that is number 39 on the season.
Now batting number 15, Camden Taylor.
So, of course, when we talk about those stats, they only go back to 2008. We're hopefully this summer going to try to work on continuing to build those stats. And here comes the star of our first game today, Camden Taylor, who had that 2-run home run, turned into the game-winning hit for Indians in that 3-1 win in Game 1. It's that first pitch outside for a ball. Well, Taylor got a 3-2 count, and she delivered. So that pitch inside, ball gets away, and the runner will advance to second on the pass ball.
She almost wore that one. She ducked just out of the way. Stood still with her feet, but did move just enough to let that one scoot past her.
So 2-0 is the count. Here with Taylor at the dish. ICC tying run at second. Taylor pops this one up. It's going to get back and out of play. 2-1 now will be the count. Michael, I don't know if you had a chance to see the impressive spread that the parents brought for sophomore day that was out in the hallway in between games.
Yeah, it smelled really good. I was tempted to kind of peek into it, but I thought, well, we should not do that.
2-1 is the count. And that one called a strike as that one just drops back in across the letters there. 2-2 now is the count. I can't say the name of the place, but you saw one of the places I really like to eat in Tupelo. I will need to find out the parent that brought that.
So is it a place that's a pleasure for you to eat at?
No. But it is chicken-based. It's served by a female and is salad.
Oh, I didn't see that on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I saw another chicken place. I thought maybe you were referring to that.
I mean,
Someone had put that in the other booth next to us.
Yes.
And that's where it caught my attention.
Again, they're not a sponsor, so not going to give them a free plug. It's the 2-2 pitch on its way. That one fouled back, and we'll stay at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at second. That's Porter who walked and advanced on a pass ball. Taylor at the dish. Wait, the 2-2 offering here. That one runs high. Now the count goes full at 3-2. Boy, Porter flirting with disaster out there. She got a pretty big lead almost halfway between second and third, but didn't draw a throw.
Well, another 3-2 count here for Camden Taylor. Let's see if she can repeat her magic from the 6th inning of Game 1.
ICC would love to see a repeat of that one here. 3-2 pitch. This one popped up, though, just got underneath it. Shortstop will dance around and will find it for out number 1. Well, she got the pitch she was looking for, just couldn't barrel it up that time. And so the pop up to short will be out number 1. And now this will be Sadie Stegall coming to the dish. Sadie, a sophomore that was honored between games. She's a 2-sport star here at ICC, also a member of the volleyball team. Saw her coach, Annie McGregor, here to support her this afternoon. As there's a swing for strike 1 from Stegall.
Speaking of that, it's been fun over the last 2 years to watch the softball team come out and support her at volleyball matches and see the volleyball teams come out and support her at softball. So that's been really fun for some of these 2-sport players that we've had in the last couple of years.
So 0-1 is the count after that swinging strike. That pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. And so Stegall will dig back in here. Runner at second. That's Porter, who walked and advanced on a pass ball, representing the tying run here in the bottom of the second in Game 2. Stegall looks at that pitch low for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. Checking on baseball as well. I believe it's 2-0 as they head to the bottom of the 8th. This pitch hit hard, deep. Does it stay fair? No. Man, that was a shot, but just foul.
Sadie was looking for her 4th home run of the year.
So instead, that one just turns into a deep breath and sigh strike for the Eagles, as they thought that one was trouble. So now waiting the 2-2 offering back to Stegall. It goes high. Now the count will go full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at second. 1-0 Meridian with the lead here. In Game 2, ICC won the first one of the day, 3-1. And Stegall couldn't hang on to that one. The throw down to third is in time, they say.
She didn't tag her. It's not a force out.
Go back and look and see on that one.
And Coach Owens may be protesting for a blocked bag situation, perhaps.
And he is still. And, yeah, I'm going to say she was not given access to the bag, and Coach Owens is still pleading his case over there. He's asking Porter not to leave, but right now it's a strike him out, throw him out situation. And so that results in an unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning there, as we'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Keep watching. Okay, where's the remote?
Ugh, it's under her arm.
I'm gonna go for it.
So close.
Oh, maybe he can get it. Guess not.
I mean, can you blame him? We're delicious.
Delicious and sugar-free.
Delicious and caffeine-free. Yep. Anyway, about that remote.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back. Back in the game. Back in motion. Back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
Welcome back as we head now to the third inning. 1-0 Meridian with the lead after the strike him out, throw him out to end the inning there by the Eagles. Lily back in the circle here, and it'll be Coleman, the number 9 batter. She takes that first pitch for a strike.
Coleman's the second baseman. She was the flex player in Game 1 and did not have a plate appearance.
So 0-1 is the count here to Coleman. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 now is the count.
She's a .269 batter on the year. She's got 7 hits, 4 RBI to go with it.
So she's going to have to battle the plate here with the 0-2 count. That pitch outside gets away from the catcher. Nobody on base to worry about there, so no harm, no foul as that one goes outside. 1-2 now is the count. Renaissance Bank scoreboard update in baseball. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Meridian leading 2-0. Meridian at bat here with 1 out. So waiting the 1-2 offering here from Lily. That one high and outside for a ball. 2-2 now is the count here to Coleman, the second baseman batting in the 9 spot. So it'll be Coleman, Turner, and Beckley scheduled up here in the top of the third. 2-2 pitch. This one popped up. Duhan calling everyone off and will squeeze it for the out. 1 away.
It's going to go back to the top of the lineup now. This is Turner. She grounded out to the shortstop to lead off the game.
So she'll dig in here with 1 out in the inning. Upton Mitchell grounded out to the shortstop. It was a play that the third baseman almost made a play on, but good job by Porter not to get in the way there. My goodness, that one was absolutely blistered. Right back, returned to sender single up the middle for the third hit, and that was hit hard.
Yeah, Lily's lucky that one got a little elevation because I think it just skimmed right over her head, came so quick, no chance to even get your glove up and attempt to knock it down.
Now batting number 21.
Third hit of the game, first single of the day, as it was a pair of doubles by King and McKillen. I'm saying that wrong.
McClellan, I believe.
McKillen, thank you.
So this is Buckley, the catcher. She fouled out. Caught by the second baseman, Duhan.
So that pitch missing low for a ball. There is 1 out here in the inning, a runner at first. We're in the top of the third, game 2. Meridian trying to earn a split here with the Indians in the regular season finale. Lays the bunt down. It's going to be a sacrifice bunt because there's only 1 play. It's in time as it advances the runner to second. 1-3 on the putout on the play. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. They meet on Tuesday nights. They're located right across the street from the Davis Event Center here on the Fulton campus. Reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That is the ICC Wesley Foundation. 2 outs now, and that pitch is right down the middle for a strike as this is Lofton. She was retired on a nice play defensively by Lily to end the first. She was able to bat the ball down and hit right back at her. Has had the wherewithal to scoop it up and toss it over for the out. That one in the dirt, blocked up nicely there by Goodman not to allow the runner to advance in that situation. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Indians trying to get out of this inning with no damage done. Eagles trying to spark a 2-out rally. This one hit hard, hit deep. Lakeland going back and makes the play. Well, another nice play out there in center field, as that will get the Indians out of the inning. ICC needs to find some bats here as we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll be Duhan, Graham, and Goodman scheduled up for ICC. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network. Get ready for an action-packed summer at Itawamba Community College. From slam dunks to show tunes, ICC has a camp for everyone. Dive into athletics like baseball, basketball, football, soccer, softball, volleyball, and even band camp. Or explore your creative side with drama camp. Want something hands-on? Check out our advanced manufacturing camps for students and teachers. Spots are filling up fast. Sign up now at letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a full list of our summer camps here at Itawamba Community College. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 3rd inning. ICC trailing Meridian here by the score of 1-0 in Game 2. ICC won the first game of the day 3-1 on a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th by Taylor. Indians trying to spark some bats here midway through this one. Capella has done well today. She's not given up a hit yet. As that pitch outside for ball. The 1 walk was erased whenever it was a questionable call on the throw out to 3rd, like the player was in the way of being able to slide in, or the runner be able to slide in, but the umpire said she was not, said the ball carried her that way. It's the only thing I can assume, as that ball fouled off the awning and come back in and nearly hit Ella.
She was looking down at Coach Owens and then turned her head at the last second to see it coming back at her.
I don't know if I'm one of those. I checked that softball, make sure there wasn't any damage to it. Like I said, it hit the metal awning and bounced back in play. 1-1 now is the count here to Duhan. That pitch goes high. 2-1 now is the count. Indians down to their final 2 outs in the baseball game. They trail 2-0 with 1 out in the top of the 9th. That's down at Meridian. This pitch popped up, and it's going to get out of play. And so we'll go 2-2 now here on Duhan.
Ella continuing to battle here. Looking to see if she can get on base. ICC needs to answer that 1 run that Meridian was able to grab. As Lily's been pitching well, they just need to find some runs here to support her.
This one hit. Shortstop finds it, nearly bobbles it for a second, drops down sidearm and gets the out.
Yeah, I thought the way she came up over her shoulder, I thought it was going to pop out and trail into the outfield. But nice job there by Briggs to recover that, make the throw.
Yeah, that's one of those. I think it actually might have just rolled up the fingers of her glove to the heel of her glove before she was able to get it out. So nice job, as you said there, on the play to make sure she gets out number 1. Now this will be Graham at the plate. Graham playing in right field. Takes that first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count.
She defensively was really an all-star in Game 1, making a lot of great plays.
Working with the 0-1 count here with 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the 3rd. Shows bunt, lays it down. It's going to go foul. 0-2 now is the count here on Graham. No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out.
Got an update for you in tennis. ICC now leads Northwest 3-1.
So 5 the magic number there as they're trying to punch their ticket to the national tournament in tennis. And there's a swinging strike 3. for the third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Capello.
ICC back to the tennis. They're leading in every other singles match so far. So things looking good for Coach Metz and his team down there.
They've already got two that's going to go compete in the Women's National Tournament in Tyler, Texas. Does that pitch? Did he call it a strike or did he call it a ball?
He didn't give a motion.
He just pumped his fist. I'm assuming that's a strike.
Scoreboard says 0-1.
So 0-1 is the count here to Goodman. As I said, it's tough to figure out what he's calling here. There's a swing and a miss on the high heat. 0-2 now is the count to Goodman. Capella has been a hard riddle to figure out for these ICC batters. Still looking for their first hit of the game here, as this is the number 9 batter in Goodman. Capella trying to get another 3-up, 3-down inning. This one popped up. Shortstop's going to have to hurry as she can't get to it. That dropped for a base hit.
Yeah, that just floated out there. Good effort by Briggs once again to try to make a play there, but nice by Goodman to get ICC its first hit of the game. Second base runner.
That's, again, kind of like one of them Jim Ingram sandwiches that once it hits the green, it's going to hit and back up a few feet.
Now batting number 11, Lakeland Nichols.
And so now this will bring Lakeland Nichols to the plate, and she will dig in with 2 outs and a runner at first in a 1-0 contest. That was the first of the day for ICC, as we mentioned, second base runner. And that pitch on the outer edge for a strike. So 0-1 is the count. Indians not going quietly in baseball. They've got runners on first and second with 1 out in the top of the 9th. They trail 2-0 at Meridian. Nichols awaiting the 0-1 pitch here. Off speed, and she does. Need to get that bat down.
That could have been.
And that's one of those that Coach Munson going to come over and have a word to her. But Lakeland, look, I know she's hard-headed, so that wouldn't have hurt. And she just kind of shook her head and realized, yeah, I should have taken that one. Swings on that one, fouls it off. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at first. Meridian up in this one, 1-0 here as we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning in Game 2 between ICC and the Eagles of Meridian. One-two pitch, and it's outside. 2-2 now is the count. Well, now there's high drama for sure in baseball. Bases loaded with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Indians trailing in that one 2-0. That ball fouled off by Nichols.
Great opportunity for Coach Collier and his Indians to come through here big in the 9th.
That's on the Meridian Green channel for those that might want to jump over and check that one out. Nichols rips one, and that's going to go for a base hit.
Just slices that one right out there into center. Gives the Indians 2 on with 2 outs. As we talk about, get that 2-out hitting going. Makes a big difference for a team offensively.
And now this will bring McKnight to the plate. With runners at first and second. 2 outs here, and umpire calling for time. He's wanting to wipe the plate off. He's that outer corner, I guess, was a little too dusted up for him there.
You're going to call him low. You're going to make sure you can see him clean.
Yeah.
And he has been pretty consistent on those low pitches being called for strikes. So I can see that.
So with 2 outs, runners at first and second. ICC trailing 1-0 here. And it's going to be a bunt attempt, and it's going to go foul for strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to McKnight. She flew out to left for the second out of the first inning. So she'll dig back in now. Lays the bunt down. Going to try to hurry. The throw across the way is in time. And another great play by King over at third base. I don't know why you want to challenge her in that situation, as she has been money all day for the Eagles. So the ICC Indians leave 2 stranded. 1-0 is your score after 3. We'll take a break. Or I tell you what, let's see if we can get some magic for the Indians. Let's check in on baseball.
Ellis trying to bear down and get the third out. Here's the 1-1, and that is hit a ton out toward left field. Will it stay in the ballpark? It will. Fox is under it, and that is the ball game as Meridian squeezes out that third out and wins it 2-0. And that's your ball game. Final score: Meridian 2, Itawamba 0.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we shift to the 4th, we was going to try to bring some luck to the Indians, but did not, as you saw ICC. Left bases loaded there in the top of the 9th, and Meridian was able to pick up the 2-0 win there in Game 1 in baseball. Now things are getting a little tough for the Indians. Really need to come away with a win in Game 2 if they want to try to keep some playoff hopes alive there. Ainsworth, King, and Berry scheduled up here for Meridian in the top of the 4th. Number 4, third baseman gets it. Throw over is in time for the out.
Nice move there by Taylor. Comes over, fields that position cleanly.
And so that will be out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what you like.
Brings up King. She got a double back in the 2nd, eventually scored a run when she was driven in by McClellan's double.
So she'll dig in here. This is that first pitch high for a ball. And so 1-0 is the count here to King. This one lifted, could be trouble. That's going to drop for a base hit.
King's now 2 for 2 on the day.
Now staying hot here in Game 2. That's a single
Now batting number 24.
that just kind of got off the end of the bat, but just enough of it to get it out to the outfield, put them where they ain't in that situation. And that will go for a 1-out single. So with a runner on first, this one's going to be popped up, and it's going to be trouble. It's going to be a similar hit to the last one as it just got up and got down. And now Meridian's starting to cook with grease here in the bottom or the top of the 4th.
Yeah, a pair of just floaters that kind of get to where nobody can be. They're trying to, infielders attempting to argue to the umpires that they got her on the continuation tag, but infield umpire, they're not having any of it.
I mean, you got to question it. You never know what this crew will or will not overturn in this situation because you don't really know what they're going to call, period. As 1 out now, runners on first and second. I think every fan that's been at this ball game today, whether you're wearing green or red, feels that same way. Runners going to go and nobody covering third, so that's an easy stolen base now. Runners on the corners. Hey, heads up move there by Meridian. Saw that ICC was caught napping. Nobody covering third with the infield coming in, and an easy stolen base there for King.
Yeah, preparing to crash in, expecting a possible bunt, and there was no one to get there in time to cover.
There's going to be another one. Hitting is contagious. That's going to drop for extra bases. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And Meridian leads this one 3-0. Second double of the day for McKillen. And that one goes for a big-time 2-run RBI.
Yeah, she has 3 RBI on the day. She's driven in all the runs for the Eagles and just took that one out deep to right center, almost in the same spot where she put the one in the 2nd inning.
And so a clutch hit there for the center fielder. As you mentioned, her third RBI of the day, responsible for all the runs. As her last double was off the top of the fence and left, actually almost got out of the ballpark. The relay in was up the line, but would have been any time either way. And so now 3-0 Meridian with the lead here, and now ICC really needs to see if they can find the exit. But if Meridian want to keep things rolling here, as that is their third straight hit here in the inning. That pitch high for a ball, as this is Briggs, who flew out to center to end the second.
Yeah, Meridian gets a couple of those C&I singles that just drop in. And then McClellan, her hot bat in game 2, makes a big difference there.
So 1-0 pitch. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Lily getting set to deliver the pitch. This one popped up, should be infield fly here, and it is. And that one reeled in with ease for out number 2. So 2 away now, and this will bring Coleman to the plate. She started the third inning off with a pop-up to second. So the Indians trying to get out of this inning with minimum damage done. That pitch sneaks across the corner for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Coleman playing second, batting in that 9 spot. Fouls that one off. And now the count goes 0-2. Remind you, watch over the weekend. We'll hopefully have more information on the playoff information for ICC, as they'll be playing in that play-in round, single elimination play-in round of the playoffs. That will either be at Jones or Colin. 0-2 pitch, ground ball, foul ball. We'll sit at 0-2.
Down in Hattiesburg, men's tennis has scored another point. So now they're leading 4-1 over Northwest, looking to close in on that 5th point and take 3rd place in this year's tournament.
That pitch outside. 1-2 now is the count. I see trouble out in center field. Cam Case out there. Oh.
Double trouble.
Double trouble. Got the Twins out there today. There's going to be a foul ball, and we'll sit at 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. As Coleman awaiting the pitch. Fouls this one right back to us, and we'll stay at 1-2. So a nice little battle going here for Coleman.
Yeah, she's really working hard. Fouling off 3 in a row here, keeping her at-bat alive, keeping this inning alive for the Meridian Eagles.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here, pitch on its way, and there's strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there gets Coleman looking on the inside corner. That is the 2nd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Lily. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
At Little Caesars, get a large 2-topping pizza for only $5.99 when you order online. Wait, did I just say $5.99? Get out of here! This pizza's only $5.99? No way! This is $5.99? You're joshing me. You're saying this pizza perfection is only $5.99? Well, you're crazy for this. Hey, pirate, get your hook off my $5.99 pizza. Choose a large 2-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $5.99 when you order online. Only $5.99? What?
Pizza.
Welcome back as we now head to the bottom of the fourth inning. ICC trailing at 3-0 after a 2-run double by McQuillan. And she has been in trouble today. She's had 2 doubles and driven in 3 runs. And so now ICC trying to find the bats here as they've only got 2 hits through these first 3 innings. Marler swings at the first pitch she sees, pops it up, center fielder, drifting over, and will squeeze it for the out.
Yeah, Capello has done a fine job of keeping the ICC batters off balance and
Now batting number 13.
finding no rhythm, no luck. Got a couple of back-to-back singles with 2 outs in the third, but then forced a ground out to end that threat.
And she has done good today, other than the walk to Porter that was eventually erased on a questionable throw out on a strikeout. She has not allowed the leadoff runner on, as that one called he barked, but he didn't show anything, and I'm assuming that's a strike with the bark he called. Those are simple mechanics. Those are things you should know without any issues. And that one, same bark, 0-2 now is the count.
It would be nice if umpires were all consistent in their motions and also giving you the count every time. Yeah. So that varies umpire to umpire.
He did show it that time. As there's going to be a ground ball, third baseman, and that's an out. As we've been very impressed with the play of King this afternoon, 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And so now this will bring Taylor to the dish. She popped up to the shortstop back in the second inning. She was the hero in game 1. See if she can spark the bats here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth. ICC trailing 3-0. In the dirt, 2-0 now. So two balls, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. That pitch high, 3-0 now is the count here to Taylor. Well, I've texted the coaches to double confirm that we do qualify for nationals. It only makes sense that we would, because why would you have a consolation match if you
Exactly.
didn't? So waiting the 3-0 pitch here to Taylor. Imagine she'll be taking the whole way this time. She does. That one right down the middle for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. Taylor works a reach, and Stegall would be up next. So waiting the 3-1 offering here from Capello. And this one popped up, same as last time, sky high. And the shortstop will find it for out number 3. Another 3-up, 3-down inning for the Indians. As we played 4, it's 3-0. Meridian with the lead. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
It's the Fast Break Sports Show that starts your day. Mississippi Sports Today, Tuesday through Friday at 9. And if you don't catch it at 9, the MST podcast is on wherever you listen, with a team of hosts like no other.
For the folks that are listening, I mean, yeah, there is egg salad, but Drew is bringing like a refrigerated, like a pack. So
it's going to be refrigerated.
Egg salad, 24-hour egg salad. We're dropping like flies.
Join Craig and the guys for Mississippi Sports Today on Super Talk 1019.
Keep watching. Okay, where's the remote?
Ugh, it's under her arm.
I'm gonna go for it.
So close.
Oh, maybe he can get it. Guess not.
I mean, can you blame him? We're delicious.
Delicious and sugar-free.
Delicious and caffeine-free. Yep. Anyway, about that remote.
Welcome back as we head to the top of the fifth inning. 3-0. Meridian with the lead here over the Indians in game 2, trying to earn a split with ICC this afternoon. Pitch in the dirt for a ball. It's still Lily in the circle here for ICC. It'll be the 1-2-3 batters due up here for Meridian: Turner, Buckley, and Lofton. Turner singled her last time up. As that one run inside nearly hit her. And 2-0 now is the count. She singled, advanced on a sacrifice bunt, but was left stranded back in the third inning. That pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs, as Turner leads us off here in the top of the 5th. This one popped up. It's going to get out of play. That'll even things up now at 2-2. We do welcome those that are watching in favor of Meridian this afternoon, and give a shout out to all those fans, and remind you, next time you see your SID, Matt Milner, hard at work down there at Meridian, be sure and tell him thank you. And no better way to thank him and the rest of his crew with buying them an ice cold Coke. So that's going to be a hit batter to start the inning. So Turner will reach for the second time today.
It's also the third inning in a row that Meridian's got the leadoff batter on base. Single by Turner in the third. Excuse me, I take that back. The fourth they did not. There's ground out there.
So this is, and we may have a pitching change. Yes, we will. We will have a call to the bullpen being brought to you by Guaranteed Bank. Let's take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we do have a new pitcher in the game here, brought to you by Guaranteed Bank with this Guaranteed Bank call to the bullpen. Michael, tell us about the new pitcher.
It's Neely Hodem. She's a freshman from Walnut, Mississippi. This is her 11th appearance of the year.
Her first pitch missing low for a ball. Pitching change being brought to you by Guaranteed Bank. Integrity, trust, and a personal touch for all your banking needs. Guaranteed Bank right here in Fulton. Member FDIC. There's a shot. Third baseman finds it. There's one. Can they turn two? Nope, not going to be in time. But it will be a fielder's choice that retires Turner 5-4 on the putout.
Now batting number 12, Allie Lofton.
So 1 out, the runner will stay on first. And now this will bring Lofton to the plate. She is 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to the pitcher to end the first, flew out to center to end the third, and barring a Little Caesars double play, may not end the inning here. That pitch in there for strike one. If you're just now joining us, ICC won the first game of the day 3-1 on a 2-run home run by Taylor in the bottom of the 6th. Baseball, the Indians dropped a decision 2-0 at Meridian. That was after loading the bases. And the umpire's going to say she did not go in that situation. Goodman puts her hands on top of her head in disbelief, and 1-1 now is the call. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner at first. 3-0 Meridian with the lead here. Change up, waited on it. Behind it, foul ball, 1-2 now will go the count.
Yeah, she looked, she had a beat on seeing that one coming. Went up, tried to lace it out to right field, just too much into the foul territory.
Well, congratulations to the ICC men's tennis team. Just got the alert from Coach Michael Metz that they picked up the win over Northwest and will be punching the ticket to the national tournament in South Carolina. So the men's tennis team heading to the national tournament. I think it's in a couple of weeks out in South Carolina, traditionally in Texas. So a little change of scenery this year. Ground ball, third baseman knocks it down. Going to have to hurry. No throw at second, and will be no throw at first. So that will go technically for a fielder's choice, but no out. And so now runners on first and second.
Dakota Hainsworth.
And now this will be Hainsworth coming to the plate. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Runners at first and second with only one out here in the top of the fifth. That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So plenty of postseason play continuing. We talked about softball. They've already punched their ticket to the Region 23 tournament. The play-in round, baseball, they got to find some bats as this one flared out and caught in left field. As they'll have to scramble to find a win in game 2 and then have to sweep Delta and then get a little help to find their way into the Region 23 baseball tournament. We've got 2 participating in the women's national tennis tournament out in Tyler, Texas. And then as we just said, the men punched their ticket to the national tournament in South Carolina. So that pitch in there for a strike. So there's 2 outs. And this is King at the plate. She is 2 for 2 on the day with a single, a double, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. This 5-6-7 in the lineup today is 5 for 6. 3 doubles, 2 singles, a strikeout, 3 runs scored, and all 3 runs are accredited to McClellan. 2 doubles on the day as there's a grounder, shortstop. We'll get it, toss over to third, and we'll get the out to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. ICC's got to wake the bats up here in this one. They're trailing 3-0. Back with more right after this.
Get ready for an action-packed summer at Itawamba Community College. From slam dunks to show tunes, ICC has a camp for everyone. Dive into athletics like baseball, basketball, football, soccer, softball, volleyball, and even band camp. Or explore your creative side with drama camp. Want something hands-on? Check out our advanced manufacturing camps for students and teachers. Spots are filling up fast. Sign up now at letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a full list of our summer camps here at Itawamba Community College.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the fifth inning. Give a shout out to those that are watching in Meridian now. They've got the game on the Jumbotron out there at baseball. Got that note from my buddy Matt Milner. Matt and his crew always do an outstanding job out there at Meridian. So, again, if you see him, be sure to tell him and his crew thank you for all the hard work they do for you guys that are fans of Meridian Athletics. I'm a fan of Matt. Matt's a good dude, so proud to see all the great things he's doing down there. So now we're here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Stegall, Duhan, and Graham scheduled up. Meridian up in this one 3-0 here in game 2. That first pitch, missing for a ball, 1-0 is the count.
ICC going to have to find some bats to come alive. Only 2 hits in this game so far against Capello.
Yeah, she has been tough to figure out today. As this one fouled back, 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Is Stegall leading us off. Duhan and Graham scheduled up behind her. So Stegall awaiting this 1-1 offering here. Fouls this one back. Now she put a charge into one that had it stayed fair Would have been a monster home run. Unfortunately, just fouled down the left field line. So now she'll be battling at the plate with a 1-2 count. No outs, nobody on here for the Indians. That pitch low and outside for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. Not a bad spot to miss if you're Capello. Had a pitch to burn there. See if you couldn't get her to chase one. So now the count goes 2-2. This one lifted down but foul.
Not similar to that last one she hit. Again, a lot of power there, just pulling it to the left side.
So the count will stick at 2-2 now. Get the ball in from the dugout. So one of the Meridian players will go chase that one down in the bullpen. She thought it originally got out of the bullpen, ran outside, then someone quickly redirected her back to the bullpen. 2-2 pitch. Grounder, and the shortstop couldn't get to it. That'd go for a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting there from Stegall. Drives it deep into that hole there. Gets ICC that base runner we've been needing.
Yeah, tough play there at short. She had to reach across her body deep in the hole there. So now ICC with their third hit of the game now, and this will bring Duhan to the plate. No outs, runner at first. ICC trailing 3-0 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Duhan turns on this one, but sends it foul back and out of play for strike one. That one over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Remind you that you can sign up for the Alumni Association by visiting iccms.edu/alumni. That's iccms.edu/alumni. So 0-1 is the count after that foul ball. Having to get a few more new softballs in the game here.
ICC sending someone down to their bullpen as well to pick up a few that ended up there.
Bunt's laid down. It takes a funny turn, and it's going to be bobbled. And that'll go for an error, but it will put runners on first and second.
As great execution by Duhan.
Yeah, that one was unfortunate. As we've seen the praises of King all day today, that ball had some wicked spin on it. Matter of fact, it was one of those that, like when it hit the ground, kind of ran up her ankle into her glove and back out. And now ICC with runners on first and second with no outs. And this will be McClendon coming to the plate here for ICC in a pinch hit situation here. Tell you what, now would be a great time to see if she can put one out of the ballpark and make Cam Clark go, or excuse me, Cam Case. Cam Clark's a buddy of mine back home. Cam Case run one down out in the outfield.
Yeah, he's a little too comfortable in that golf cart out there right now.
I bet you Sadie could beat him to it if somebody hit one out there. But we got to hit it out there first. Let's see if the Indians can spark a rally here, trailing by 3. Tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the fifth. Clendon at the dish. Takes the first pitch low for a ball.
She was patient back in game one. Drew a couple of walks in her 3 plate appearances as the designated player in game one.
So 1-0 is the count. No outs. Runners at first and second here for the Indians. That pitch runs high. 2-0 now is the count. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runners at first and second. ICC down here in game 2. 3-0. McClendon at the plate representing the tying run here in the bottom of the fifth. Capello has been lights out so far. That pitch called a strike across the lettering. And now 2-1 is the count here. Not a pitch you wanted to swing at anyway right there if you're Maddie.
Yeah, not a lot you could have done with that.
So now the count goes 2-1. Shows bunt. Lays it down. Third baseman bobbles it for a second and then gets it over. And that'll be a sacrifice bunt there. So a surprise sacrifice bunt. It does advance the runners with 1 out here in the inning. So the Indians elected to place a small ball. We saw them do that last week against Southwest. It turned into a 2-base error. Nice job there by King, reacting quickly. Didn't hesitate. Got the ball even though she bobbled it. Zipped it across for the out. So now with one out, runners at second and third, this is going to be Goodman coming to the dish here for the Indians.
She singled in her first plate appearance back in the third inning. Got ICC its first hit of the game.
Thought about that first pitch, and it's going to miss outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. The Indians trying to spark a little bit of a rally here. One out, bottom of the fifth inning. Meridian up in this one 3-0. 1-0 is the count here to the catcher, Goodman. Now make it 2-0.
Starting to see Capello fall behind a couple batters here. She's normally been ahead of them, but just two batters in a row that she's fell behind. 2-0.
Indians down in this one 3-0. Runners at second and third with one out. Goodman pops this one up. Don't think it'll be deep enough to test the arm of the outfielder. It will not, and that'll go for out number 2. Big out there, Michael.
Yeah, you really just getting 2 outs takes the pressure off the infield and off the pitcher, because now they can go first easy, get the out here. ICC down 2 outs now, going to have to get a spark here from Nichols.
She'll dig in. She singled in her last at bat. She also grounded out to the first baseman in her first, so 1 for 2 on the afternoon here in game 2. Listen to that first pitch low and outside for a ball. This has been the best scoring opportunity that ICC has had so far here in game 2. Meridian trying to get out of this jam here with no damage done. Up 3-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. That pitch missing for a ball. Looked pretty good. But 2-0 now. Or no, now the scoreboard says 1-1.
I think it's 2-0.
I think it's 2-0 as well.
Had the same thing on the last batter.
We'll see if he shows us after this. That pitch high for a ball.
Yeah, he raised his left hand. I think.
No, it's 3-0. It's
now a home plate umpire saying 2-1, and Coach Owens is going to challenge.
No, it is not 2. It's not 2-1. It's 3-0. We got to do better than that, keeping our own scoreboard here, because he had no clue. So a tough break there for the Indians as the count switches from 3-0 to 2-1 now. That one fouled off. And now the count will go 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Nichols at the plate trying to spark a 2-out rally here for the Indians as they trail 3-0. This one popped up, and third baseman giving chase, couldn't get to it. And so we'll do it all over again at 2-2.
Nichols stays alive. Got to find a way to get one down here. Give ICC an opportunity to get at least 1, maybe 2 runs to claw back in this one as we're starting to run out of innings and outs.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here. Nichols will take time, step out and refocus here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Indians trailing this one 3-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. Capello in the circle here for Meridian. Set to deliver. This one's going to be fouled off, and it will go back to a 2-2 count. That one was hit towards some fans, and looked like they were able to get out of the way quick enough.
There's fans in that corner between the visiting dugout and the visiting bullpen, and somebody definitely moves out of the way.
So we'll stay with a 2-2 count here with 2 outs and Nichols at the plate. Runners at second and third. That pitch runs in high and what should be ball 4, but instead will be ball 3. 3-2 now is the count. Count goes full. First base is open in this situation. So Nichols will dig in and wait the pitch here for Capello. This one hit, and it's going to go foul.
My goodness.
Over the glove of the outreach third baseman. That one slicing away there, so Nice little at-bat going here for Nichols, trying to find a way to win it here. Capello is giving her everything and then some. So 3-2 now is the count. That off-speed pitch has been the pitch that Meridians like to go to today in these situations, so you got to keep that in mind here. Awaiting the 3-2 offering. Instead goes the fastball. Shortstop's going to get it. Going to have to hurry. Throw across the way. It's not in time. And the second run scores. No way.
Out.
No way. No way.
Unbelievable. Great effort by Nichols. She may be hurt down at first base as she slid into first to beat the tag. And that is the second possible obstruction of the day that the umpires are letting go.
Let's go look back at this play here at home plate. And hopefully Lakeland is okay as she dove in first trying to beat the throw. Oh, yeah, her foot stopped the player from sliding into home plate.
Much like the play at third base, which was incorrectly called earlier.
And now the first base umpire, don't know, but you just saw it there. The leg stopped the player from sliding again. Let's go back and look at this one more time here.
Go, Blue, know the rules. You can't block the plate. Let's go.
Yeah, the slide was stopped because of the leg of the catcher.
Yeah, you have to have the ball.
As we're going to continue to just look at it one more time for those that might be watching, Coach Kirk or somebody that can give us some type of ruling on this one. As the first run will score, you'll see it here where the catcher stops to slide before the tag is even applied. And again, well, all we can say is it is what it is. It looks like Lakeland is able to get up on her own here. Great to see that she is okay in that situation. And Coach Kurt just says this is so bad. And, well, unfortunately, we have to agree. Can't do anything about it, though. Back with more right after this.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Nuts and bolts, ICC can't get that second run on the board as it was clearly interference for anybody watching there at home. I would say this, Meridian fans, I would be saying the same thing for you had you been in that situation where it was clearly obstruction, not allowing the runner to score. Matter of fact, it stopped the slide altogether, and then the tag was applied afterwards. And so either way it goes, you play through it here in this situation, or at least you try to. As this is Hodem still on the circle here. That first pitch fouled off for strike one. Well, they're getting ready for game two down in Meridian. You can watch that one on the green channel down there. ICC trying to battle back there and earn a split on the road at Meridian. All-speed pitch, swung on and missed for strike two.
This is Barry, the left fielder. She singled, later scored a run back in the fourth. Also struck out in the second inning.
So 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. Nice job there coming up and getting the Renaissance Bank strikeout.
First one of the day for Hodem since she came in relief of Lily.
And so with one out now, this will be the dangerous McKellen coming to the plate. She's 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles and 3 RBI. That first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 is the count. So 0-1, one out, nobody on. Hodem in the circle here for the Indians. Foul ball, 0-2 now is the count.
Good to see Neely get ahead of the batter here. She's been so dangerous so far. Laced 2 deep out to the fence so far in her previous 2 at-bats.
So no balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. 3-1 is the score. Should be 3-2 at least in this situation. Is that ball in the dirt? 1-0 is the count. Or excuse me, 1-2 is the count. So waiting the 1-2 offering here from Hodum. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Got her swinging late on that one. Thought she could catch up to it and could not. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts for Neely.
So now this will bring Briggs to the plate here for Meridian. ICC trying to see if they can get a 3-up, 3-down inning and maybe get back to the dish where their bats started heating up, as they have been ice cold today. And this one's fouled off the batter for strike 1. And Coach Owens, good job, because that is exactly what the umpire's signal was safe, which means the ball was a fair ball. But instead, he said, no, I was saying it was a foul ball.
That's
and
a
again,
different signal.
Mechanics. That one hops across. I got to say this, and I'll probably get some backlash for this, but at the end of the day, I don't care. Zoe Goodman's a lot better person than I am, because there's been a few of those balls I would have accidentally let get by, especially that last pitch. All-speed pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here to Briggs. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Briggs going to have to guard the dish here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. As 3 up, 3 down as she strikes out the side. And ICC going to see if they can get the bats fired up here in the home half of the 6th. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Get ready for an action-packed summer at Itawamba Community College. From slam dunks to show tunes, ICC has a camp for everyone. Dive into athletics like baseball, basketball, football, soccer, softball, volleyball, and even band camp. Or explore your creative side with drama camp. Want something hands-on? Check out our advanced manufacturing camps for students and teachers. Spots are filling up fast. Sign up now at letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find a full list of our summer camps here at Itawamba Community College.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-1 is the score. It'll be McKnight, Marler, and Porter scheduled up here for the Indians in the home half of the 6th inning.
Great effort there in the top of the 6th by Neely Hodum, pitching for the Indians. Gets 3 straight strikeouts. Allows ICC to get back up at the bat quickly, try to pick up some of that momentum from the 5th inning.
This is McKnight starting us off here. This is that first pitch missing low for a ball. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to left and grounded out to third to end the 3rd. So 1-0 is the count here to McKnight. There's a hard hit ball and gets through the legs of the second baseman.
Yeah, it was a shot. Her reaction time was quick, but just couldn't do anything with that.
I'm going to call it a hit, but we'll wait to see what the final stats are. So that was hit hard and a quick reaction as it was on top of the second baseman before she had really had a chance to react there. But as I said, as always, our stats unofficial up here up top. And now this is going to bring Marler to the plate. She's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Marler loses that pitch at the knees for a strike, 0-1. So you've got McKnight at first. She's got speed to burn, and so if you get something down to the gap, might be able to test the arm here of Meridian. As she thought about going on that one, and they're going to appeal down to first, and he's going to say she did not go and break for the Indians, in my opinion.
I'm afraid on your previous statement, you might be testing the arm of Meridian and the call of the umpire at the same time, the way things have gone today.
Touche.
So it'd be a double risk.
1-1, and that one unloaded on but pulled foul. There was a fan that was heading up those steps and nearly gotten hit. Had they left about a minute sooner than they did, that one would have hurt. But instead, a foul ball.
One that Cam's going to try to chase down out there. See him darting across the parking lot to get that foul ball.
I'm more along Sadie's speed. Just going to take my time and walk over there. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, and a runner at first. Indians trying to spark a rally here. They scored 1 in the bottom of the 5th, technically 2, but they didn't get credit for it. Awaiting the 2-2 pitch here. This one popped up, and it's going to be foul and out of play. And we'll stay at 2-2 once again here with no outs. McKnight singled to start the inning. So AB trying to spark the bats here of the Indians. Change up, waiting on it, delivers it, it's deep, it's gone! Tie ball game! 2-run shot off the bat of Marler, and it was a big one.
She has all the power on this team and get every bit of that ball. Sat back, waited on that one, got it, drove it deep, deep beyond the scoreboard. Second ball in the hand for Cam Case out in the outfield.
Big time shot there. We've got a tie ball game on the 2-run home run off the bat of Marler. We said they have been looking for that changeup over and over again, and that time Marler waiting on it, and boy, did she make them pay. So a big time 2-run home run there. We're tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Looks like we may have a trip to the mound here, or to the circle, maybe a pitching change for Meridian. So let's take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 6th after that 2-run home run off the bat of Marler. And now we've got a new pitcher in the game here for Meridian. Michael, tell us about the new pitcher.
All right, this is number 2, Sarah Watson. She's a sophomore out of Southside, Tennessee. She comes in with a 3.2 ERA, 4 wins and 1 loss in 13 appearances so far this year. She's given up 76 runs, 63 which have been earned. She's walked 16 but struck out 59.
Those stats being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi here on this Guaranteed Bank pitching change for the Eagles. Porter will greet Watson to the contest. That first pitch across for a strike. There's still no outs here in the inning. 3-3 is the score here. We're in the bottom of the 6th. ICC tied it up, seeing if they can rally again here in this one. Porter fouls this one back. 0-2 now is the count. Sophomore day here in Fulton. Indians win the first one today, 3-1. Have battled back now to tie this one at 3-3.
Should be 4-3 to be
Yeah,
fair.
I say, after the blocking of the plate that was not called, Porter looks at that pitch outside for a ball. 1-2 now is the count.
Porter herself was a victim of a blocked bag. She was thrown out to end the second inning.
And so 1-2 now is the count. And again, we're not fussing because we're a home team. We're just telling it like it is, or has been today. That one runs inside and hits Porter. Porter gave a little thumbs up to the pitcher there.
Just let her know she's okay, I'm sure.
Now batting number 15, Cameron Taylor.
And so now a runner on first. And this would be Taylor coming to the dish. She had that 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th to help ICC pick up that 3-1 win in Game 1. So with no outs, we're still in the bottom of the 6th inning. A runner at first, and Taylor will dig in here for the Indians. Watson waiting to deliver the pitch. This one popped up. Could be trouble. Center fielder's going to charge on. Will make the play. Good speed out there in center field by McKellen. She has been the star of the game so far for Meridian here in Game 2.
Yeah, her bats have been huge. Scoring all 3 RBIs. Now she provides some defensive support as well.
Yeah, showing some good speed to run up and make the play. And now this is going to be Stegall. She singled and scored in her last at bat. This is that first pitch, high and inside for a ball. Again, it's one of those you got to wait on those borderline pitches today, whether you're ICC or Meridian, to see what they're going to call. One-0 pitch shows bunt, pulls back. Throw down is not in time. Good job sliding around the tag there by Porter. As she'll move into scoring position now. There is one out here in the inning. That last pitch called a ball. 2-0 is the count here to Stegall. Stegall turns on this one, and that one hit deep but foul. 2-1 now is the count.
She's had a couple like that today where she could have just straightened them out. Put a couple more crooked numbers on the board.
So 2-1 now is the count here to Stegall. Runner at second. That's Porter. Stegall pops this one back off the netting. Now the count will go 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Stegall will dig in. Watson will toe the rubber. Porter is at second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. There's a shot. Shortstop will be there, but the throw will be in time, but it will allow the runner. Now they're going to try to come home with it.
She bobbled it.
She bobbled it, and she's safe. The Indians gamble and finally catch a break this afternoon. And so now, as Coach Carson, she was blocking the plate again. Coach Carson
she was
about to come unglued. He's got to remember playoffs start next week. Needing for those playoffs, but ICC does score the run. They're now up 4-3 after the ball was dropped at home plate. As again, the home plate or the catcher was sitting basically on top of home plate, not allowing a lane to come home for the runner. We've seen that all day today. And that time, the softball gods kind of smiled down on the Indians. This pitch popped up and will be out for the 3rd out of the inning. But ICC does take a 4-3 lead after 6 complete. Can the Indians close the door on this one and come back for a second time here in Game 2. We'll find out. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
At Little Caesars, get a large two-topping pizza for only $5.99 when you order online. Wait, did I just say $5.99? Get out of here! This pizza's only $5.99? No way! This is $5.99? You're joshing me. You're saying this pizza perfection is only $5.99? Well, you're crazy for this. Hey, pirate, get your hook off my $5.99 pizza. Choose a large two-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $5.99 when you order online. Only $5.99? What?
Pizza.
Welcome back as coaches having a conversation with the home plate umpire. Look like we're getting some substitutions in and out in this situation here for both teams. As we head now to the top of the 7th inning, ICC, can they rally for a second straight game to pick up a sweep of the Eagles here? As we'll have a new batter coming to the plate. This will be number 6 coming to the plate. This is Camry Johnson, getting her first at bat here in Game 2.
She was the catcher in Game 1. Was 1 for 3 on the day. Had a single, a strikeout, and fouled out on an excellent play by Graham as she caught her at the fence out there.
Now batting number 6, Camry Johnson.
And so Johnson will dig in here, trying to start things off in the top of the 7th. ICC up 4-3. That first pitch across from Hodum for a strike.
Hodum came out firing in the 6th inning, struck out all 3 batters she faced there. Wants to continue that momentum here in the 7th.
So 0-1 is the count. Now make it 0-2. Neely coming out, zipping them in there. So quickly heading the count now. 0-2 is the count here to Johnson. All speed, foul ball. We'll stay at 0-2. We're in the top of the 7th inning. ICC up in this one 4-3. What's been a pair of exciting ball games here on sophomore day. Indians trying to see if they can rally after that 3-run bottom of the 6th to complete the sweep of Meridian here. That one fouled off. And we'll stay at 0-2. Nice job by Johnson finding a piece of those last 2 pitches to keep the at-bat alive.
Yeah, I think she ended up fouling that one off for Self just a little, walks it off. He's back in the box now.
No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Johnson starting us off. 9-1-2 batters due up here in the top of the 7th. Hodum's pitch, and that one fouled off. We'll stay at 0-2 once again. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Game 2, ICC up 4-3. 0-2 is the count here to Johnson, getting her first at bat here in Game 2. Hodum gets set to deliver the pitch, and that one just missing. You'll hear some murmuring out of the ICC faithful and probably a sigh of relief out of the Meridian faithful on that one, as that was a borderline pitch, not going the way of ICC there. Again, that area is just a 50-50 ball today. This one popped up. Shortstop will go back and make the play for out number 1.
Nice. Easy little maneuver over there for Porter. Sits underneath it, catches it in.
And so that'll be 1 out now, and we'll flip it back to the top of the lineup. And this will be Turner.
Number 1, Riley Turner.
Turner has been tough today. She was hit by a pitcher in her last at-bat. She singled. It's also grounded out to short. So not an easy out here for the Indians as they've got 1 away here on the top of the 7th. Off-speed pitch way ahead of that one. Third baseman to come up and make the play and get the out.
Nice play by Taylor to come up and get that one. As you said, kind of off the end of the bat. Wasn't really expecting it. Rolled out there, but she got to it quickly.
When I say off the end of the bat, I'm talking about not even an inch to spare. And matter of fact,
breath.
Turner, she swung and got just enough of it, kind of spun her in a circle and kept her from getting out of the batter's box and allowed the slow roller to third, enough time to get the out for out number 2. So now this will be Buckley. Swings on the first one here. Nichols will run over and squeeze it, and ICC will get the out, and they will rally to win it again here by the final score of 4-3 on sophomore day. My, oh my, what an afternoon.
Exciting to say the least. You've seen a lot of various plays and interesting events that have happened throughout the course of these 2 games this afternoon, but ICC ahead the whole way the first game. The second game down most of the game, finds a way to come back and get the sweep on sophomore day.
And that game recap there brought to you by Bank Oklahoma. Bank Oklahoma has proudly served North Mississippi for more than 90 years. Locations in Oklahoma, Houston, Manatee, Bruce, Tupelo, and their newest branch proudly serving Aberdeen and the surrounding areas. That's Bank Oklahoma, member FDIC. As you see ICC celebrating out there in right field after getting the sweep this afternoon. Let's take a look as we're in the Renaissance Bank postgame report here. As ICC wins the first game of the day 3-1 and gets a big-time win here, rallying in the same fashion in game 2, 4-3 with the win. Their final line for ICC is going to be 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. That was one of your keys to victory. Michael was playing clean defensively for Meridian. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Meridian slips to 21-32 overall, 6-20 in conference play. ICC improves to 29-19, 14-13 inside conference play. And those are your stats being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Got a little meat left on the bone here. We've got to pick our Samstown Market star of the game. And ICC fans, don't forget, when you want to be the star of your next home cooked meal, you got to start things off at Samstown Market there in Manatee. Michael, you're up.
All right, I'm going to go with mine, maybe a little different. Yes, the offense had to do what they did to come back, but I want to give some great credit to Neely Hodum. Comes in relief, gets out of a jam, and then goes clean the rest of the way, including 3 strikeouts across the way in the 6th inning. So really great kudos to Neely to come in a tough situation and keep the scoreboard clean to allow the offense to come back and pull off the comeback.
I've got 3.
Do it.
All right. So for ICC, I'm going to go with A.B. Marler. She hit that 2-run home run to tie us up. ICC was able to come back and get the win, so A.B. is going to be my Samstown Market star of the game. I got 2 more I got to give credit to, and that is going to be to Brian Grindstead, the head coach of Meridian, and Carson Owens, the head coach of ICC. The fact that neither one of those guys got tossed out today deserves a big-time kudos, because it was not the day that softball will smile down on that performance from the umpires today. So any Meridian fans, tell your head coach I said great job on keeping his cool today with the game, the way it was officiated. I'm also going to tell the same thing to Coach Owens as well. Those 2 guys, they have a right to be upset with how this game was officiated this afternoon, because it simply took away from 2 great softball games between 2 teams that fought and left everything on the field this afternoon. So that's going to do it. I'm going to get out of here before I get in trouble. I probably already am. ICC wins the first game 3-1. They come back and win the second game 4-3. As we'll be back on Tuesday, I believe, with baseball. Mississippi Delta coming to town. We'll be back here on the Red Channel. Visit letsgoicc.com as we'll get more information on softball playoffs coming up soon. As that's going to do it for Michael Upton, Raphael Henry, Matt Mallard, Cal Brown, and Casey Smith. I'm Adam Gore saying so long for Fulton. Have a blessed day, and as always, roll Tribe.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.